Today I'm going to show you how to get rid of a delaminated window tint. Delaminated occurs when the primary surface of the tint has been removed and leaves a secondary coat with the adhesive. As a result, you get a condition like this, where you've got all of this secondary film with the residue. This is clean, this has no tint, this is the secondary tint. And you can see it's been tried to take off with a razor blade method. Very time consuming to do it this way with a razor blade and a heat gun or a blow dryer. Neither method I recommend doing. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do this so that you don't frustrate the hell out of yourself. The reason I'm doing this is because I bought this vehicle and someone already tried to take the tint off and did a piss poor job on it. Take a garbage bag, cut it lengthwise in half, and spread it across the back of the window that you're trying to untint. You want a black garbage bag because it's going to absorb the heat from the sun. It's going to keep the window warm. That's very important when you're doing this process. These are chemically resistant gloves. They're a little thicker. They got a bit of a rubberized coat to them. And it's important to have these while you're working on your window tint removal so that you don't hurt yourself. Don't do this with bare hands. The other thing too is rubber squeegee. Just about 3 inches long. It doesn't have to be anything special. It's rubber, and if you need to get into any tight corners, it'll help to remove. The other thing would be helpful is a paint stick. The thing I like about this paint stick is that it's got a bit of a beveled edge to it. Gives you that extra length if you want to get right down deep into the corners on the rear window grid. Sometimes that can be a real hassle to do. Okay, I'm doing this on a 2003 Honda Civic Coupe. So what I've done is I've actually taken out the back deck area. I pulled the speakers because I was replacing them anyways, and just to protect any kind of stuff back here. If you got some shop rags, just cover up your your seatbelt mechanisms. You don't want to get muck and stuff into there, back lock assemblies and stuff like that. Because what you also want to do next is spray down your back window with just a regular spray solution of dish soap and warm water. Give the area a really good soaking. So what's going to happen is that this is going to help by absorbing into the delaminated tint area. And it'll make removing and cleaning a lot easier too, just because it's a soapy solution. Don't use ammonia, don't use any rubbing alcohol, that kind of stuff. You got to think, when professionals do this, what are the chemicals they want to use? They don't want to use chemicals, really. They want to keep things cheap. They want to keep things simple and safe. I let this soak in for about maybe 10-15 minutes. Again, with the black garbage bag on the back of the window, it's going to help keep that window area warm. If you do this on a nice warm day, you're probably looking about 22 degrees Celsius. That's tolerable because you're going to be in the car. I don't recommend doing this when it's 35 Celsius out, or 98 Fahrenheit, because you're going to die inside if you do that, because you're going to be working with our next product here. And this is the secret weapon in this equation. It's a fabric steamer. Just go down to your Walmart, pick one of these things up. No, easily under $100, especially if they're on sale. This is what's going to make life a lot easier to do this. This steamer will get that steam going up on the window. I'll show you how to do that, and you'll see how easy it is to get this delaminated film off and save yourself a lot of headache. Okay, so once you got your steamer all plugged in and running, this takes about I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes for a good steam to start coming out. All you gotta do is take the steam head up close to the glass. Don't touch it because you don't want to damage your grid lines. And just let that steam get up onto that delaminated film area. And then all you gotta do, hand with the rubber glove and start working away at scrubbing down the delaminated film. You'd be surprised how easy this stuff comes off. So, it's got a section here. Okay. Just keep working, like say, use your thumb here, and stuff just peels right off. And that way you don't damage your grid lines. And you just got to keep pushing the stuff off, and like I say, this will make life a lot easier. Get rid of this stuff off your back window. When it starts getting a little more difficult, that's probably when you need to put some more steam back onto it. Things are starting to dry up. I mean, if you got a good steam in here, it'll come right off. It's very important to make sure that your steamer hose is not laying down in the seat. You need steam coming out of this, because if you don't get the steam working, then you're gonna frustrate yourself on it. So best thing to do is make sure you get that steam going. It'll steam up the delaminated tint area, and then it'll slide right off. I guess if there's any drawback to this method, it's actually more with the steamer, just because you're going to want to put the steamer head at a horizontal position like this at times, because in order to get, you know, into the back deck area of the rear window, you're going to have to go like this. You're going to get some steam. It's going to be a little more troublesome to get that steam to cooperate in there, because after a while it's just going to peter out. So what you end up having to do, and these steamers are more designed to be more vertical, and once they're more vertical, then they'll actually start kicking out a lot more steam. So if you find yourself getting frustrated with the amount of steam coming out, just take the steamer head away for you know, 10-15 seconds, let enough steam build up so that it's actually coming out in its proper format, and you should be good. Oh, the delaminated tint has been removed. What you see here is actually just simple residue that comes off with Windex or any kind of spray foam window cleaner. And when you're all done, you may find you've got a few stragglers of residue in here. Nice, clean, clear window, no residue, tint, anything. It's looks like factory.